Hello, thank you for joining me. It's Saturday the 27th of January. I'm here with an Oracle card reading for you. I'm giving my tarot cards a break. They've had a busy week, giving us very powerful messages. So let's see what occurs with our Wisdom Oracle Chakra cards. Okay, who's going to come out? Wow. Okay, we have workaholic and soulmate. Interesting combination. What do you make of that? Okay, I'm going to put the soulmate one down for a moment. Now, let's look at this one. Let's look at the workaholic. I think I've had this one before because I remember talking about the blueberries, painting the pictures. But when I got this message come through, when I saw this picture, my mind went and gave me the word Picasso. Maybe you are a budding Picasso and this completely resonates on that level. But when you obviously learn a little bit about Picasso and his life, he gave everything for his art, but he had this kind of level in him that he never thought it was good enough, or, his demons got the better of him. So I feel sometimes I feel like this card is calling us to examine what aspects of our life we work really hard at, and if there's an underlying reason for it. Okay, being a workaholic, you automatically assume this is to do with work, with your job, your career. Maybe it is. Maybe you do know that you're so desperate to prove yourself, or there's a reason why you behave in a certain way at work, or perhaps you don't behave like that in your home life. It could be you're a workaholic as a mum. It could be you're a workaholic trying to keep yourself in shape. There's always a thing that we really, really work ourselves at to an extreme level. Even if it's worry or anxiety, we can do that as well, can't we? And one thing I'm getting from this is that perhaps these two are working so hard, they're missing the point. They're creating things of beauty. They are creating something. We are all creating something. And we can sometimes get so caught up in trying to do the absolute best and trying to, prove ourselves, or whatever it is that we do, that we can kind of forget the beauty in the world or the things that we are creating. So when I think of that for myself, I love achieving things. If I've got to study, I'll study to the best of my ability. I remember I did a fun run once and I trained so hard that I think I was the thinnest I'd ever been. And I turned up, ready to smash my time. And I was doing like a 10K run, and people were turning up in like ballerina costumes with their faces painted, and they was in big groups of people and they were having so much fun. And I'd completely missed that point that there was actually the word fun before the word run, because I was so hell-bent on proving that I could do this and working really hard and raising money for charity that, I took all the fun out of it. But, I learned a lesson that day when I saw everybody else, skipping along the course, and I was like, pounding. And I did beat my best time. I did get my best time. And I raised a lot of money for charity, but I learned a lot about myself too. So I'm sharing that message because maybe you could have a little laugh at yourself, at what you do in the extreme that makes you a bit of a workaholic. And are you maybe missing the point? It's different for everyone, but treat yourself kindly if you recognise that you have an aspect of your personality that's, a little bit obsessive. And why have we got this card with it? Well, let's have a little look at this soulmate then. Why does he put his hand like that? I don't know. This is, so this is this guy here. Is that his hand? It seems like it's at the wrong angle, doesn't it, to be his hand? But I feel like he's got his third eye and he's putting out a message there, putting out a little message. And perhaps this person is hearing it. Perhaps they're on the same frequency. What's really interesting about this card, and I'll talk a little bit about the colour of this card in a minute, but we're on this one now. It's red, which is our base chakra. And although this is talking about third eye, crown chakra, maybe that's what he's indicating there with his little hand, putting things out to the universe. If we're not grounded, that doesn't kind of work. you know, and some people, you can meet the most amazing people, psychically just great, but they're not grounded. And so they're a little bit chaotic, and their life can sometimes, you know, call into a bit of drama or what have you. So you kind of need to have the balance of being grounded, which I feel like this lovely red colour is reminding us to be, because red is our root chakra colour, and that's where we get our grounded centeredness. And that will help us when we want to work in that energetic level of drawing people, you know, that law of attraction where we're trying to find our soulmate. Or maybe you've already found your soulmate, but circumstances have left you to a little bit off kilter. And that can happen when you live with somebody, or you have a relationship with somebody. You both, you know, approach that with your baggage and your learned behaviour. And as you're processing your own stuff, sometimes you can clash a little bit and feel a little bit out of alignment. So perhaps this is a message for someone to be a little bit more grounded and get in touch or establish a connection with a soulmate. But I really feel the message here is to be grounded, which is good as well, as I said to you earlier about, you know, working out where it is that you can be a little bit obsessive, a little bit controlling, a little bit where you can't bear it if it goes wrong. We all do it. And I think opening up and being really honest about that can be quite freeing for ourselves and for the people around us. So I said I was going to mention the colour. This is blue. This is to do with our throat chakra, which is to do with communication. So perhaps you and your soulmate or your intended soulmate, or even the universe as you're putting out there to find your soulmate, need to have a really good honest chat and see where perhaps you could scale back a little bit in these tendencies, be a little bit more grounded, be a bit more relaxed, be allowed, and then that can allow the frequencies that we need to come in, the people that really we should be with to come in. We can't do that when we're forcing stuff to happen, which we often do as a workaholic, or if we're not grounded and, you know, our thoughts and feelings are a little bit scattered and all over the place. I feel like that is a message for everyone, and everyone's going to get an understanding of themselves a little bit more. So I just want to reiterate that, you know, I've had a bit of fun and told you about my obsessive tendencies. Think about yours, but don't beat yourself up. We are all human. And, you know, once we recognise the things that kind of send us off in a stress level, we can take steps to change them, can't we? And draw more enjoyable energy into us. So I hope that message helped today. Please do come back again tomorrow. I'll have another reading for you. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye for now.